black man is capable of managing his own affairs. There is a new African in the world. That new African is ready to fight his own battle and show that after all, the black man is capable of managing his own affairs.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, remember Akwaba. The name, of course, Dr. Randy Sexy, aka Papa Ghana. Unyabaswa Bomodiana, share video. No, come on. Unyabaswa, come on, share the video. More YouTube there. You know the screensaver, Damechino, Her Excellency, Mrs. Sabazita Benson. Yes, the Ghana High Commissioner. UK and Ireland and our Damechino. Made in home common kakra. We are a Afenyo-Markins, ne apology. I would the Interior Minister, Muntaka. Afenyo Judge, what jelly a hunter for 3 good years, or because I enter into the forest reserve. And no encomo and so but before that, let's start off with as usual. I said you wouldn't even know the introduction. Waya. Abba. Hey. That's right. Happy Independence Week. Hey. Let me know where you are watching me from. Greetings to everyone. That's right. That's right. Indeed. You know the name already. When you buy a Facebook, represent yourself. Henry Hansen, say nice I cut. Thank you. Asemo. Mi jami tia. If you must say your mofe. Mi try mi tin so. If you mubuefu. Any asem cry ni. You obey nipa den. You be kan asem. Send me waha. I'm presenting to you the news. Nothing but the news. Latest news ewo UK and amede mamono. Latest news enkensu you enkeja. Utin wo baby na utin wo Dr. Ren platform so. You already know say anytime I'm baby and me mamo the facts. Me the news sa emuya krojen na amede bremo. Asembe na esi wo UK ntia Dr. Ren me pese me present edema Ghana fo nyina. Na Ghana fo nyina tie bi. Ladies and gentlemen, men say wadaje no. History was made yesterday. History was made here in the United Kingdom. Nipa na o make history no. Uba YouTube dia o damechi. Me deny me screensaver. Me wallpaper. But me pese wo tie nipa no a wo make history enra Emma or invite Ghana for a United Kingdom any Ireland na Emma yi nyina yi share baby baako. In fact, for the first time, even MPP members in UK Emma maame no standing ovation. Omo bo nsema no. Because ye wa ye no yentai hu yentai NC. It tells you say the appointment of John Dramani Mahama no enye so sorry ya keke and o fan for say me mamu position odwene ho pa odwene ho o take time and odwene ho no or appointee eye sa appointment no. Charity, how are you doing? Long time. New Jersey for me chiamo. Now yentie ye mame
Independence. We are celebrating leaders of the various Ghanaian associations, distinguished guests, friends of Ghana, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed
Brofono eko de na no so ehwam ba obeka asem bi muntie
a special privilege and joy to welcome you to Ghana's 69th Independence Day celebration. After 69 years, a woman stands before you.
piao
Tonight, we gather not only to honor our past, but to energize our future.
Okay.
And if you look around this beautiful hall, you will agree with me that Ghanaians do not need a stadium to celebrate.
Oh, yes.
We can turn even the coldest and wet London evening into a festival of warmth, color, and joy. This year's celebration is special. It is the first Independence Day event hosted by the High Commission in 6 years. In diplomatic terms, that is long enough for a toddler to grow teeth, learn to walk, and start asking for school fees.
Hey.
So tonight, we are not just celebrating independence.
Okay.
We are celebrating a reunion.
Wow.
69 years ago, under the resolute leadership of Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Ghana stood before the world and declared herself free from the shackles of colonialism. The declaration was not merely political. It was a bold assertion that Africans were capable of self-governance, economic stewardship, and continental leadership. Tonight, we gather not simply to remember that moment, but to measure ourselves against it. Our theme, building prosperity, restoring hope, echoes President John Dramani Mahama's recent State of the Nation address, where he reminded us that Ghana's greatest strength lies in the resilience and creativity of her people. If you doubt this, just look at our diaspora. People who left Ghana with 2 suitcases and a dream now own businesses, lead institutions, and somehow still manage to send barrels home every Christmas. Isn't that amazing? He reminded us that both personal leadership and national development are rarely linear journeys. They are marked by progress, interruption, and determined recovery. Ghana's story, like his own public service, has known seasons of advancement and seasons of trial. Yet through resilience, we rise again. Indeed,
Yesterday was a very beautiful year event. Ransford Miller, I met him at the event. Michiano, it's a Dr. Ren. And it was very beautiful to meet fellow Ghanaians, fellow countrymen and women, under one umbrella. Jojo, exchanging numbers, connecting, thinking about how we can make Ghana prosper. In fact, what Her Excellency missed out in her words, say, this is the first time an independence celebration about the United Kingdom open to everyone, not a select few. This is the first time. Those days, from the days of the John Millers, John Majors, ambassadorial, MP, UK, all the ambassadors are say. Omo invite omo party members kakra bi. No one invited diplomatic a year friend is saying mission for no kakra bi. Na afei omo invite a year journalist for kakra bi. But thankfully, for the first time, it was open to all Ghanaians and allies, friends. In fact, it was a merry-making. George Dixon, greetings to you. Oshemi Free Wilston, Becky Michiao. Let me flow. All protocol observed. Gratitude to everyone, Oshemi. Yesterday's celebration was a point to tell Ghanaians that it doesn't matter which political party you belong. We are one family first. We are one Ghana first. We are identified as Ghanaians. In fact, messages on my phones, endorsement, the applause, the praise singing. Oh, look, onipaya dia osaye. You know, Dr. Ren, I'm a journalist, investigative journalist. I've told you my field about security and governance. Nti omwa na me submarine na ma dress ko na me busan kofo na me nin kofo din komo omu views omu opinion I was celebration also. In fact, yesterday one woman, 82-year-old woman, and she told me, I have lived in the United Kingdom for 56 good years. This is the first time Yenya ambassador who has opened her arms to everyone, irrespective of which political party you belong. Or say this is the first time Yenya ambassador who is so humble, so gentle, so meek, full of wisdom. Man also. Or say hello or smile chere enya time etien kofo kasa. Or say for 56 years. Yeah, I was London. For the first time, she felt welcome as a true Ghanaian. In fact, oneme kasano na ne ni atete a o sun kakra e ma me kwa me ni tete. And I was surprised. Ceremony was on point. Sewa me here and many other dignitaries were there. In fact, every Ghanaian who came is special. And I tell you, it was something that I think said we will ask humbly, request our mother to keep this a friend is saying. And I'm more away to know. Uncle Sosa. In fact, me yan shushamu I'm saying, hey, why all of a sudden mommy to me BB celebration? Nipa almost 1,000. Our one place. Everybody who came was fed. Everybody who came drank. Whether either water or juice or as you know and as you can think of. All drinks were available to quench men's thirst and to energize women. It was so sweet. People from North London, Scotland, all the way from Aberdeen, Glasgow. Many people came. You would ask, on whose finances and you hear this celebration? In fact, my investigation reveals say through the hard-working ambassador, she she managed to get sponsors, Ghanaian businessmen and women in this country, to support the celebration. Mama ni baye wonya 2 years. In fact, 1 year kra wonya. And for her to be able to organize something and for people to believe in her, to even sponsor the event, it speaks very, very highly of her. You will not understand. So let me break it down. It is not easy because obianim say aban ye bibia and say aban no and sika eye. People don't want to support with their widow's might. Say eye aban. Because the notion of the Ghanaian eye aban kwa dia and ye memfa ho and ye aban should use her own money. But I'm telling you, yesterday I saw something that is worth mentioning. And I think, say, wherever Her Excellency Mrs. Saba Zita Benson ewobia onkoso no onye adwuma pa no. You see, it was not just a celebration of Independence Day. Because ofa the itinerary or the tutu akwemwa, she had met businessmen and women, making sure she would get businessmen and women to go and invest in Ghana and open companies. This is a mother who really thinks about Ghanaians. And her first point, and it said, every Ghanaian man or woman living in the UK should consider herself or himself as the first person or the first investor to invest in his or her own country before any other person or any other foreigners can think of investing. Because if you love your country, you will invest in. You will help build the country that you come from. And then the other countries a bit attractive more. The speech was about 12 minutes, full of wisdom and nuggets. Very powerful speech. You see, I am somebody that I don't sing praises to people. Oh no, I don't do it. No. Just why you idea be a memo say idea we are we no a sumbo pa. You all know the many conversation many papa also and come I have it. In fact, even when Papa also was leaving United Kingdom, we had to break bread before he left the UK. I'm still in touch with him. We still have conversation. But I can tell you, whether Papa Owusu Nkrumah or Ambassador Osei or Ambassador Victor Smith when he was in the UK, this woman, her name is Mrs. Sabazita Benson, is extraordinary. She is a workaholic. Obayeno, under normal circumstance, workers are more. Quebec say MPP4, Bebrenoa MPP4, which I know for a fact, and the workers themselves they know. But one pamu will be or say justify your inclusion. Or no. Not sure yet. And if you are hardworking, you stay. Because after all, you are a Ghanaian. And you do a bar. And to the entire Ghana do a bar near a Juma no so a Juma so near me no by Juma. And as usual, as a submarine investigator, me dig deeper to some of her own workers, having rapport and conversations with them. And they told me, Doc, this woman is a workaholic. She stays deep in the night. She's always finding solutions to solve the problems of our people here and back home. She's always asking questions. What can you offer? She always says that everybody that works at the High Commission has something to offer. Look, when you have leaders who inspire and encourage people to bring out what is inside them, it helps. That is a mark of a true leader. And what she did yesterday is just the beginning. And we all will help her. In fact, on MPP platforms, I can say emphatically that she is the talk on MPP platforms. Every MPP platform in the United Kingdom, they are talking about her. They are praising her and saying this is the kind of ambassador Ghana needs. One who is very sociable, one who knows how to speak and go for what the nation needs to help build a prosperous nation. On MPP platforms, from the top of MPP big men, they are telling me, big guys in MPP, big women in MPP, so the woman is too much. Under MPP, the celebration was done in secrecy. Ha! As if say you will not even hear. As if Ghana embassy does not exist. Something good is coming for UK people, Ghanaians living in UK. And watch out. Yes, watch out. She operates an open door policy. You don't need any middleman or any middlewoman to take you to her office. If you have the ideas, the vision, the brains, just go to Belgrave. You are welcomed. If she is tight or busy, she will tell you to come another day. All that she is looking is solutions to solve the problems facing Ghanaians. It doesn't matter whether you are educated, whether you are not educated, whether you are a shoe shine boy. She doesn't care about whatever you are. All that she cares is what can you offer and add to the prosperity of Ghana. Mrs. Zita Saba Benson. Or your bear man Quebec say behind a year friend is saying, the success of every man there is a woman. But where were your bar? No into behind the success of every great woman, there is also a man, Mr. Benson. No wonder. Her husband is a business big time tycoon. Very quiet man. Very rich man. Oh yes. No wonder. Ladies and gentlemen, there are no Everton chain. Never call the next conversation. What we can tell our mother is that Asada, Shida, continue, do not stop. Let it not be a 9-day wonder. And I trust that the good Lord will give you the strength. And the good Lord will give you everything that you need to help Ghana prosper. Shikefio, Ayada Kakra. sometimes relax kakra, because your workers are saying you are more than a bombardier. You are more than a fighting jet. Shim now call. You are too good. Welcome, bro. Now, ladies and gentlemen, pardon me, yanko the next conversation. Yanko the next conversation. The next conversation, Nkrofu, all the way to my village, Kekam. A Siema, then you go to Nkrofu, my grandfather's village, Kwame Nkrumah. Assemble they see wo. Assemble say, yes, judge be. Ediya. Aya sempa. We jelly a hunter from my village in Nkrofu. 3 good years, so uncle that prison. Adeya. The hunter eko efum eye ankasa forest ewo nzima. Ediya na wakwa akoye. Wakwa kukum enam obofo. Kikam Van Dam. Yes. This is the guy. Oh my God. I mean, sisa eye. Na me fa guy no ento. Oh dear. This is the guy. Boni be na waye. Obofo akonwurem. Akokun eye enam. Judge eye district court or jaili eye abranti. 3 good years. It has created a lot of eye conversation. Many Ghanaians are not happy. In fact, I share the same sentiment with the Ghanaians who are not happy. But the fact of the matter is that what this young man did was against the law. But 3 years is too much for him, considering what the likes of Wuntimi and others have done to our forest. I am not hailing this man. Say wako a forest reserve. No wako kunam or the beshene ma there be. What is wrong is wrong. But does he deserve 3 years? I don't think so. I don't think so. He deserves some community punishment. Clean the area for 2 weeks. Pay a fine, maybe less than how much the animal cost. And then the guy must pay. And then that's it. He goes about his duty. And he's given what? A bond of good behavior. That's it. Why should we punish such a guy and leave the big guys, the PDS thieves, the Gabi Asari Ochidakuns and Co., the likes of Wuntimi are walking free? And in fact, he wants to become MPP chairman, party chairman, National Party chairman. He's walking free. I thought they said that when laws are created, the conscience of a man comes alive. But it is rather unfortunate that the judge who gave this man, who served the judgment upon this man, is wicked, evil judge who has no conscience. Enya wanti a emrante ne mabaawa no edi mpanyimfo atemo, because it looks as if say the law always punish the weak in our society and leave the strong people. The law always punish the poor in our society. You cannot fight corruption by always targeting the weak and poor and the vulnerable in society. No. That is not how you fight corruption. That is not how you fight corrupt society. We hear people who have stolen millions of dollars and they are still walking about going to church, wearing white and singing hallelujah. In fact, even when they go to church like Pentecost or Methodist, or you name all these one-man churches, they receive special anointing. Their seat is different. They sit on golden arm chairs and they get introduced to the church members that this is Openyini so and so, very rich and prosperous. Meanwhile, stolen state money, a thief who's supposed to be hanged, but he's being adored. And now you hear when it is about people who are powerful, like the likes of Wuntimi and Co. You will hear politicians coming to tell us, including the President of the Republic, that the wheels of justice grind slowly. When I hear these kinds of words from men who knows better, I get upset. This poor man, where was the wheels of justice? How come his wheel of justice did not grind slowly, but rather quickly, like a speed of light? Because he's a poor boy. He's a poor man, sorry. He has nobody that comes from his family. Perhaps his great-great-grandfather, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, is nowhere to be found, dead and buried. Even Nkrumah was poor, so even if he was alive, where is the money to even bail him? It is so sad that judges who ought to know better and add conscience always fail us. I want to read some of the judgment of this judge. For all you know, this judge has sentenced a lot of people into prison. After all, if you have a chief justice whose sentence is because of being afraid of an armed robber, then it is no news to have a judge sentencing a hunter who went to hunt in a forest 3 years. You remember Atai, when the Chief Justice Bafuboni was asked, the sentence that you gave Atai was too huge. What do you think? He said, oh yes, I was afraid that if I give him small punishment, he will come back and look for me and my wife and my children and kill us. If a whole Chief Justice is telling a whole nation like Ghana, Nkrumah's Ghana, that I gave a sentence to Mr. A because I was afraid, not based on law, based on his own sentiment and feelings, then for all you know, he has imprisoned a lot of people wrongly. Today he has been honored as Ghana's Chief Justice. What a country. After 69 years, may God have mercy upon us. But to you, the youth, that is why I keep telling you, wise up before it is too late. And I mean wise up before it is too late. Very soon, these men will go and change them in their homes. A day is coming. If they don't change their ways, it will be like the French Revolution. Ghanaians will be looking for judges and they will be coming after you people. Ghanaians will be coming after politicians who stole our monies meant to build roads. A day is coming. If politicians, technocrats, judges, legislative people, the legislature, men who knows better, a day is coming, the Ghanaian youth will come after you guys. So change your ways now before it is too late. What kind of judgment is this? First time offender, 3 years straight. Mamma mia. The lives of Nam1 and Co are all walking freely. Who is going to beg for this poor guy? Hunter gets 3 years and Galamsey kingpins are walking free. Somebody looking for meat is jailed. But Gala people are walking free. The law catches only the weaker ones. I think sometimes Mark Zuckerberg should start bringing recording, voice note into the comment section of Facebook and YouTube. Yes. So that some of these judges will listen to what Ghanaians are telling them. God will punish this judge. But we are not just saying God should punish him, but behind the scenes, myself and my team are working hard to get him out. Because this is nonsense and foolish. My own constituency in Zima and Crawford, the birthplace of Dr. Osagyefo Kwame Nkrumah. Hey, in Zonio, Beleseo, Benzing Rebel, to the judge. I'm just saying, has wisdom eluded you? Ladies and gentlemen, this is what they do, and before you realize, judges start getting missing, and they'll be saying they are martyrs. I'm not going to say anything. I will end it here, and then we move on to our next conversation. Our next conversation is very, very interesting. But before the next conversation, I don't know if you've heard about this man, the old Tafu MP, Vincent Asefua. Munimno amamenhwe se mehu Vincent Asefua picture. Na memfa nkyerɛ mo. Vincent Asefua. Oh yes. Vincent Asefua. Menemo kasa bi. Wawari o. We have some fine girl. We have some nice bobo. We have some nice chick. Eja. Vincent Asefua aware no. Na unhwe one girl na. Yes, one girl no. Oh yes. Yes. Vincent ni aware. Aware. Nice one. Yes. Nice one. Chiki oyebue. Yay. Chiki oyebue. Yay. Under Akufo-Addo, Vincent Asefua could not marry. Aban papa bae, Vincent Asefua, when your girlfriend, and then the woman graduate after marriage, what tied the knot. And then Vincent Awari, they will come Monday morning and they will be shouting, Abanimaya ding, Kronimaya ding. Kronum ya din ya itimi ware. Mumusa Vincent. E krone emu aye den no. Yetimi hye oba kawa. Jomama ama Ghana ye de. Tiene Ghana for mano. Say yes, ya peneso. Ene omutimi ware. Under 8 years of MPP, our bebre gu ye. Statistics ewo. I know personally, yes, will be see a worker of GN Bank. Our anopa bank ni gu ye for 2 years no onye adwuma. Early in the morning, of friend yiri ka kire na yiri say, "Esi, I have tried everything to get work, but me nye adwuma. So I am telling you, Esi, I don't want you to suffer. So you can leave me and we will co-parent and look after our children. Because I don't have any money to even give to you as a woman for chop money." AC, a good woman, stayed with the man. Life was too hard that eventually that guy took his own life under Akufo-Addo, the wicked president, more wicked than the Satan, more wicked than Sasabonsa. Today, Eko Asefua is happily married. Obetu Tonga. No wonder. Sao namwe ina no Petonga. It under Akufo-Addo. The stress was too much. And then thankfully, John Dramani Mahama Adaroma, Eko Asefua, is now a husband. Adiana na do dan kwentumi aye. John Mahama baya wabeye. Iradie yenye wudeni. Now let's move on to the last conversation of the day. The topic about a man named Afenyo-Markin. Oh, God have mercy. Afenyo-Markin. Yenko tie Afenyo-Markin. Ono anenimu asem. Elizabeth, see, who is going to eat the meat now that the man is in jail? Meanwhile, to me, who destroyed the forest, is walking freely. This NDC government, instead of forming special courts to deal with these armed robbers, JDM is joking with them. Kufuor set up special courts and jailed NDC ministers. Very nice input. Let me read YouTube. So do we know what sentencing someone to doing community labor is? We free Eben. Susan, I say, Doc, you are looking good. Thank you. Afro or no Afro, I got my swag on. I'm sexy D-Ren. Papa Ghana. This is very extreme and sad. Judge, can you please pardon him with less punishment? Elizabeth, my mother's name. Mommy. Honestly, says so sad. I say, I've come to understand the world better now than I'm grown. Too much injustice in this world. It's sad. Sophia, I say, okay. JM is too soft on MPP criminals. Ransford Miller, I say, Kekam Van Dam. Becky, I say, lovely seeing you yesterday. It was indeed a night to remember. That is so true. That is so true. And ladies and gentlemen, yentoaso ne yenko eye Afenyo-Markins. Hey, Afenyo-Markins. Yenko ne yenko hey, osidi. Or pachel. Anyway, inti onwani ni mwasem. This is Afenyo-Markins.
Minister of Interior, I am not too sure you want us to pursue this matter. I repeat, because you and I know what we know. Let the referral be made. Let there be a public hearing. Let Afenyo-Markin, who these days is seen as perhaps, according to the allegation, I'm saying something which is untruthful and all that, and because of that, it is a breach of parliamentary privilege. Mr. Speaker, you have the wisdom to exercise a discretion. I will avail myself, should you exercise that discretion, to a public hearing, and then the matter can be brought to a peaceful rest.
A few moments later.
When a member feels strongly about a statement which is unintended, the right thing to do is to withdraw and apologize to him. Mr. Speaker, I proceed to do so, and to assure him that concerns that would arise out of any matter shall be properly be brought to his attention. But on this matter, as I've said before, I will repeat it for Hamza, that anything related to him or his ministry is withdrawn. And again, apologies to him. Mr. Speaker, that's it. I leave matters to
you. You see the way Afenyo-Markins na adwene say or you smart. Even in the midst say why adia enya so opache. Why no ho te say sebio obia onye hwe na arrogantly opese ochre te say de oh asema me kae no enye bibia sa na se minister no feel say man kan ye ya fa cheme na ye move on. See, it is always said, say, fools always rush in. Fools always rush in. And that is Afenyo-Markin. He's a fool who thinks, say, I've gotten an opportunity, State of the Nation address. I have to please Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. I have to please Gabi Asare-Okyedako. I say me please Eye Kenoforiata. And inti State of the Nation address. For other dignitaries all over the world. Abe Shiemu Ghana's parliament. Not the president war. Not the guy is not speaking to facts. Not all raising a voice. Na ochre say obi edisika anasa obi ai abye wafa kwan boni isu bi edi eye oman Ghana dream ama nipa kro ne beko jail oka sa asem we no wo te wo parliament that day no omunyi omuko including the foreigners omuko busa say apology no mbete. And number one newspaper ni bi mpo no makenkan. How foolish Afenyo-Markins etie. He's a fool. And you know, you need yaria, you need a dry this san ojimini. And it's unfortunate say MPP no na da no our parliament. Opeso rashi no can be opeso de no want to honorable Emmanuel Amakofi Boa. The fantastic speech I'll make on my Edema Kufuado. The last year sooner. It means me be man people who say yes, Kufuado who say yes. This is Afenyo-Markin by force of friend or sign it by force title. By force or the autonomous. Me bibi me who say yes. Me MPP me na me kasa yes. Me who say corruption be koso enso ni hwe. This is how they behaved when Nkrumah gained independence for Ghana. This is the typical behavior of the MPP. This is the typical behavior. Very foolish people. Not all of them, but majority of them. A majority, they say, carries the vote. That is the behavior. Where you know? O here ni wa what say me. Omran wase empacho. O me man ho so e wo chewpem. O here ni wa sabio. Amanfo eye ntoboa ansa na ye tua ne school fees. Onwene ho. No mre ne ho ase. Pride always go before fall. Very proud of himself. Look how he has embarrassed himself. Very foolish guy. There's no other adjective or any idiom. He's just a foolish guy. He thinks working with pimpinis, no actually tries a saboni mu, no about tie, no I say. Now I'm a Freemason. Or Jane said, no, your life, no. No, Jane said, and no, your abrabono. No. You are a leader of a political party that once upon a time was referred as people that have men with integrity. And if you are leading such political party, at least, Mayen will say you are a man of integrity. Patrick Boama will not do this. No wonder. No wonder. See the behavior? And I will swear into mpachao. This guy, if not because he said NDC for buefu muntaka, grassroots for the buefu muntaka, and grassroots for the be Afenyo-Markin, you know. It's just because muntaka na ngasa grassroots for the buefu no. Because some fan of what obusebusa a year certificate. Every NDC grassroots on NDC for the beyond the Tumiko school. Ah? Oh dear, Emfa no the entunche. Yen can't find your dear. What ye? Yen sent you.
Honorable Minister of Interior, I am not too sure you want us to pursue this matter. I repeat, because you and I know what we know.
You and I know what we know. Onim sheo, but frame up something. This is somebody they want us to call honorable. Framing up something. You and I. What wouldn't mean dear? Wouldn't mean say you wouldn't dear. Just mean say bibi bonny be why bibi bo. She ni could onim sheo. But they concoct stories. Some of concocting stories. And the share Kwame Nkrumah and a Kwame Nkrumah wo kankan nyame meanwhile ye wo krobi a wo Guinea ho efre ho kankan ye de sua Kwame Nkrumah just say the whole UP tradition. I have told you, whenever you follow a Kufu Ado, Kenoforiata, JB Dankwa, Buzia, a year friend is saying a year Dombo, what do you know? Nyansa na nyame de ma no wo yi to nchen na sebi wafa sebi e bini de gu trim ti wo kasa onwene ho because you want to please the likes of Ekufu Ado, the Ken Ofori Atta, the JB Danquers. No woman ni adwene papa no. You and I know. And so onim she, onim nyina so bia, obedintro. We, you krobi so a esen ko resign. We, in any democracy where people are really, really honest, where moral standard high, to say Japan, to say China, to say Singapore, we esen ko resign. Say boldly and emphatically, you and I know. So now our people will go to jail. And so Onishi. This is their behavior. Tieno.
The referral be made. Let there be a public hearing. Let Afenyo-Markin, who these days is seen as perhaps, according to the allegation, I'm saying something which is untruthful and all that, and because of that, it is a breach of parliamentary privilege. Mr. Speaker, you have the wisdom to exercise a discretion. I will avail myself, should you exercise that discretion, to a public hearing, and then the matter can be brought to a peaceful rest.
A few moments.
Of a public hearing. And so oni no koreno, oni fact no. Wait to know internet ni so anke no maye no ane de nam nkrase ye de nam koko fuo nim ne de nam ye district wo ne ye tum futuro gu Ghana fo ni sa. This is the behavior. No wonder say ene MPP no enyansafo mpese ombetie because kwasiafo na take a presidency, kwasiafo na take charge of the MPP party. And then kwasiafo no ene di MPP ni. So we dey show mo for chema wuntimi mu hwe abronye mu ene ye nkwasiafo ene di MPP ni. Nyansafo ne di MPP ni. Nyansafo ni yenkakra bi Patrick Boamamu ene nyansafo kakra na wo party ni. Wo maka ne nyina dodo no yenkwasiafo. They open their mouth before they think. Omuwia no ma be pacho. Omuwia no ma be pacho. We wo wie obepacho. Tieno.
Later.
When a member feels strongly about a statement,
when a member feels strongly about a statement, you have lied. Apologize. Not the member feel you've lied. I lied. That is why the member feels strongly. Because they are kind and you're no crack. So don't come and play with words and make it look as if say they are all kind and no. There is no truth in it. No crack of my movie. Muntaka is no on son saying ye on Ghana so ye be can be a no. No crack of Muntaka no ye be can ya adwini a. And that is one of the beauty of a NDC for no mon train ma o ma be kroko mo ankasa be kan o ma adwene a kire o mo minister no o mo nti se MPP se bi nkwase afo dodo no minister na ye bibi bone kra na o mo soso no o mo nti sa they will speak their mind. They will tell you say they why you're wrong and wrong is wrong. And your MPP se bi nkwase afo do so wo mu no and MPP no nkwase afo no do so mo fa ncha me sa me kasa ya. But that is the gospel truth. It's a leader we. By force, call me majority leader. By force, title no saying I didn't know I did yama you did cancel. When your son president tiwo kanyansa sembi o tientiemu ye did no. On the way Amabua deliver no. He was on point, clarity, precision, everybody could hear. Those days are Haruna Drusimu ye minority leaders no our parliament tie womo agban suma magbaben mo JH Mensamo kona kwhwe videos ni bi and learn from the people. Every great listener biano e obi o ye nyansani wakasa wadwene ombie na no gbagbagbagbagba enkasa. Uye leader oto oboase edwene nyansem nyina na office videos aye ne bibia na buy aye tie ane de about unim nsam ankofo frey behind the scenes ka kire Ah, esunye ni nyina na ye ba ye be kan ho because enye nsem ni nyina na ehia. Yes. Because nsem ni bi wo kan, wo be kan, wo de mpapa mu be ba wo man nim, wo de tribal ye mpapa mu be ba. Say bia what is obi afro Dr. Ren hu say John Mahama bae wa fantafo bebre pa o now so abegina now they are video no nyansa be no are they not Ghanaians? Yes. Are they not capable? Yes. Are they not performing? Yes. So women performing, let's question their capabilities. And so we couldn't win him was. Oh, or pray no, or pursue kabibi and bibi because the way ama kofibua emma kufuado apakat no emma ne yiri eye friends Rebecca kufu bufu ye no ono so person ye no ma eye John Mahama apakat no eye nimdie ne nyansa oyi obi a ubetimi aka Mr. President, thank you for your sonor, thank you for honoring the constitution, thank you for coming. But Mr. President, we hope that the youth of Ghana, they are waiting for the 24-hour economy. The youth of Ghana are also waiting on oral for you to arrest and prosecute the people. It doesn't matter, even if they are my political party members. Okasa say ya Ghana ni bia watiabonti because Papa he's speaking Ghana first or ya badimba. Mr. President, yes, though my party could not employ a lot of youth, they count on you to do the needful. What you say, as the minority side, we are here to support everything that we can do so that we can see that your government can employ the Ghanaian youth. We can compete on ideas, on our strength, not weaknesses as politicians. Kasa we now to na woka. Sebi nipa no kra no sebi. Odebe kwa adwendwenim say, oh, so na no. This is the takeaways. I'm a free the minority leader. Or chima adwenya ko bibi so. Say ampa and semi wa ye kan or ye manifesto ni ye nya ye. Ebini saying, ebia Mr. President, are you not taking lessons from what happened at a friend is Burkina Faso? Is it possible that you can immediately appoint a new defense minister? Can some be, Mr. President? You know, what about adding value to the natural resources? You promise of value addition. What can we do? These are conversations that talks about solutions and how Ghanaians ni abra boni ya humbe toye. But when you come here and you start attacking and you don't have any basis and you are threatening, you don't have any basis and you are threatening people. And you're foolishness. Because it is only a fool who will always be rushing in. Mamen kasa. No. Sometimes pause and listen. And send me baby video. I've read my book. Today, the book around me reading. I've read books. I need to read books. I need to read research. Listen and hear. You read. I go way back. Go and read. About 1984. Jesse Jackson video. Debate. If you want to learn, you must be a great listener. So, to me, be one on our every place will be quiet. When Harun Idris was the minority leader, or Sorino Jinano Bekasa, everybody quiet, both majority and minority. When Alban Suman Agbabin was a minority leader and majority leader, Obiena no Okasa, everybody quiet. The aura alone. Unforced because people are willing to listen. Dear Nobeka, because people want to learn. Those days when John Mahama was the Minister for Communication, or Joy FM, everybody, every youth, every young Ghanaian wants to listen to John Mahama. The Obeka, and yet they know. And yet Tianti, when you say what school now, you're crashing. Send ya mama sebi nkwasiafo dodo no ene omaba MPP mu amu wa animu no ombesua ehunu se MPP nya nkwasiafo party ti se koka mu omu ni titi se my year friend is saying ayi map The titi se Gondwana land. Tisa bro nyemo. No. Yes, na kwesa we the captain of Abronye. Jimmy and MPP na Dawson. And leaders na mo woman so mo na mo show no more. No, and then the NDC. She ayariga, mama ayariga, sorry no kasa hwe. Na edi ordination to a boko. Nye gidi. Ora no. Obi a pese otie nyansa a wobeka. Oh, nye we a leader of a minority party. Amaba bemuda. Ti wo kasa dwene hwekan dwene kwachi asan wakasa. Asa unu hu nso apacho. Maye show remorse. Who apology, no, you didn't even show any remorse. That is why Amuntaka Emao reply. Just say, hey, yeah, why are you trying to destroy me? Why are you trying to tarnish my image? Why? Dear na my enti. So the okan my impa and a media too. But Sona, State of the Nation address. Ye kasenti means mo kebi. No. And you see ye kasenti kebi. Kebi. Yes, Anya, you know. Yensuya Sanya man. Eso suya mon kanchire no. Onsuya nyansa na Jimmy no Dawson. And MPP no amam fom beso mbetie because nkwasiafo na be party na fa. Mo bio man no mo kasa, people don't want to even listen to MPP people. And they label mo candidate, mo flag bearer, Google, or say ono na ye de or ye liar. Kennedy akompre kwa Japan wadamfo wose Baumia is a liar. It is a who starting now we say oh bekasa, people will see you as a liar na bekasa because bekasa oh ni nyina so bia jano. That is leadership. Nemebu okra na enya na beka. O shada de ma anodom premo, o pushi oye omo di wachi no mo keka. As a leader, you must be strategic. Barack Hussein Obama, those days, I'm choosing as the president, the flag bearer for the Democrats. No more grooming, no more training, no oral. How he talks on kasa basa. Obiena no know kasa. Timi say broni ne tiasie, tuntum tiasie. Okwasia kra timi say we dey nyansa no waka no. Onyansini say we dey onim nyansa. Enyanda nya by force title or sign hene, yem frame your sign hene by force, no. Enye sa tubo mu se eneno MPP na ye enkwasiafo political party ana jimifo na doso etinyansani ti se alankojo chiremantin no we free Professor Frimpong omo nkasa eye friend saying this economist eye mpiani mu nyina omakoma no atum because enkwasiafo wom ana oma doso wo party. Look at the followers of the MPP. Look at the followers of the MPP. Jimmy Fonkwa. Enyansa fone kakrabi. Eki Ashanti region. I mam of 40 something ministers, MPs. Yomu free mo. Kamodie ka parliament kwa ni kamo beba parliament na mo na nipa 10, 25, 8 MPP party come chere. Thanks to Ashanti region. Mamu vote enya 40 MPs. Like ye Ashanti region free media. Kamu MPs ebeba. Kadisi ye the chalk. Ni achoromudin ewo parliament. We are the duster paper. Because who nim faso. You guys are a disgrace. This is a political party. Akojo Barre Dumu Free Mubaye. That is the political party we are talking about. The Darocha political party. Odoi Sykes political party. We go school, we go university. Odoi Sykes, they me perform na they go Kivas. Odoi Sykes, Tema. And Jimmy Ford na beg for party, no. Tik party ni nya kono biem. Those days, nanka uko college now TMPPD. You want to join the political party? You would be MPP time at the Sadal College and MPP at TU. At the age of 13, me madam for Terry Bunchaka. I keep saying this. Terry Bunchaka composed the song for Freddie Blay. That time he was 14 years, not say me 1 year. You go all the way to a Elembele and you stage. 14-year-old boy. Tonyuma Freddie Blay. 1998. And then kwasi afọ na abefa party no. Ti hwe followers no. Hwe omo chitafo. Nyansafo na ewo mu no adwane free party ni. Enya akono biem. And our colleges now, they don't want to even talk about the MPP. Oko universities, they don't want to join the NDC, MPP. And the universities, no rather, people are joining the NDC more. Those days, the Okujeto Blackwells and the Haruna Idrisus and may he so rest in peace. This man, the former minister, these were MPP guys. Those days, people didn't want that man from Besombe join the NDC because they wouldn't say a Kobolo political party. They wouldn't say a Zamra Mama, Watea, a Zamra Rollins political party. They wouldn't say a vagabond political party. But today, that is the political party, a grooming, a training man with wisdom. Look at us here, Dunketia. Look at your friend is saying Sami Jamfi. Look at His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama. Oh, look at Professor Jane Nano Pogwajiman. That is the political party. And I'm okay. A man for common na MPP and they were more retrogressing. And you must learn. Abua kwasiari there is easy. But the for Jiminy and the political party any. Yemfa wakwasia and the political party and him to MPP. That is why me say mo MPP ni ya munyi afenyo free wo mon five friends say Patrick Boama kasa un se nyansa na kasa. O kasa un za dwene na kasa. Even this young chap, a friend is saying on so crowd na so esuan tro sa. Zanku Kevas, a friend is Zanku. Kojo upon kroma. On so esuan tro sa. Etibodi I just said, and then what baptize them in trology. In trology. And then muko school no muko sua and tro. Muko friends MPP ni mo and tro chapter 1 verse 1. And I'm with now. How can a party become a friend is saying a ram for people to say, I want to invest my money in this political party? Because they have some be to change the destiny of the nation Ghana. I'm Rami Sheme University tour UK 2018. Going from university to university. I was telling the boys, I said, be careful, this MPP party. I was part of MPP party, but I'm no more of the MPP party. But me share the ekoso. Because nyansafo no womu efrim na nkwasiafo no woka womu ntie. Na nkwasiafo no na adoso wo party nim. So me se bua abro nya mu na wo party nim, wuntimi mu na ya party nim. Boy ando mu na wo party nim. Chira me nyansani a wo party nim o kasa na omutie. Only few. Ba omi akasa obi antie. Akufo ado kasa abobo. Gabi mu nyina obi akasa obi amfi. It is a whole party, sir. Now, person party no, we regaining the old gloria. We do money. You have to be honest. You have to be very objective. You have to be very respectful. You don't go around trying to carry yourself as if you are somebody when you are Afenyo-Markin. You are nobody like myself. You are nobody. Obia, a man for the school fees, kabom tia school fees, there we will be. When you obia. Tibra wase ni padodo na gigi school fees na dia hwewo e tua school fees na who you be. You should be somebody who should be the first person to humble himself that hey, man for ne boa me bedu baby a me do you. Ma me mmere me ho ase. Ewo me kase. There is one prayer I have prayed since the age 10. Father, I pray that you make me sober in my thinking, sober in my thoughts. This is prayer. Me starting age 10. Na me boss empire. Be man ona mo kasa. Ma onyansani bi betias brantie. With your osefata or leader. With your leadership ni fata. No, I bash MPP, I bash NDC, but MPP BB me kobia untimi pamome. Yes. NDC ye bibi na me kobia untimi pamome. Because people know say maybe I no credit and better. Ko MPP function why untimi pamome. Ko no credit na me catch you. And ye be kan no credit so pe wumpo, we be kan. And ye ko wu o enhyew. What I say? And you be because no crano, ya basi ya beka, and it is in the name of Ghana, not in the name of Afenyo-Markins. Just say because you be joining MPP party, no be no only party. We see the days of Christine Churchill, Cape Coast, Central Region. Mekai na no Arafat no, and the back those Arafat no. And about those days, yeah, was school at the Saddle College, no infantiman girls. Yeah, na sebio. Mama toto fefe wa fu bi abeje party no a. Omo kasakra no a ahemfofo mpese ombetie. Abrempomfo mpese ombetie. Ebi. Ya kan e kire date o. Any party amoba. Look at the party. Look at our party, my party no. Hey, MPP. I come down tomato MPP mo. Isaac Osei MPP. I know. Abi. Aliu Mohammed's MPP. Oh, Debbie. Me ankasa, me papa ankasa, Odoi Sykes MPP. Oh no. Abi. Moses Musuba, more opposition. Opposition, what? You rebrand yourself. 1, you have to be honest. 2, you have to be faithful to Ghana. You have to be faithful, diligent. You have to be very objective. Opposition. John Dramani Mahama, go and study John Mahama. Go and study him. And know how, when to be a bit tough, when to be a bit calm, when to be a bit, you should know all these things. That's why when Barack Obama kasa, people love to listen to him. Because 1, he'll be objective. 2, Obama more relaxed to listen to him. 3, the message no, or the message no be to ama what ase. Easy comprehension, ase. Nyafina, me a businessman. One of my houses at the seafront. And when you go to your village, look at the many people who are poor and cannot feed themselves. So why not will brag it? When I hear Ghanaian politicians be on Omo Kasa, and I have this, I say, look at your constituents. 90% of your constituents are poor who cannot feed themselves 3 square meals a day. So shut up. You are rich because you are a thief. That you took advantage of the poor people that you are leading. Please, some of you should spare us and kind of credit them. Ladies and gentlemen, me mean somebody baby see 2 things under this particular 6 March. Me and I think say it to me, yeah, 2 things: indiscipline, adults. If we can try and reduce or eradicate the indiscipline in our system, 2, we must be patriotic. We must be patriotic. This is my 2 message. IP, indiscipline, and patriotism. We must be patriotic to build our nation. It is sad listening to Ghanaian men and women on radio, TV, discussing Iran war, US war. And all that they are discussing is the prices of crude will go up. And I'm asking myself, is this the Nkrumah's Ghana? When we must be thinking about the solutions. We must be thinking about how can we use jatropha seeds for oil to power our cars. We must be thinking on solutions, not always be thinking about, hey, this is coming and hey, we have to run for cover. No, we must prepare and build our own country. We must not build Ghana on the terms of any world, friend is saying a World War B or whatever. We must build our own country because we have everything it takes to build the Ghana. We have the fertile land. We have the gold, the diamond, the bauxite, the manganese. We have the sea. We have the rivers. We have an arable lands. Must we always drive? Can't we also come up, invent new models of transport? Can't we charge the science and technology people to come up with some ideas? Huh? And I'm going to must we always rely on these Europeans and Americans? Must we always rely on these people? This is the thinking. I heard that Ibrahim Mahama got a private jet, and some people are upset. And Ibrahim Mahama no a top private jet and a slim for are poor and a Ghana for are poor. It means Ibrahim Mahama ne says makomako 1,000. Ana omu nyina eboa. Ana omu nwia sika ne nkoto amanone. Ana omu employ Ghanaians, building factories, building companies. And Quebec, as a nation, Ghana, we cannot even count 30 people with private jets. We cannot even count a country with the national, international airlines. I bet Fetchy and Sika. We can't even count. Sometimes we have to open our minds to bigger things. Sometimes we have to inspire ourselves to build. And not just for Ransford Miller. I say rail transport must be the top of the future plan. Yes. Look to East and see what the Chinese are doing in East Africa with rail transport. So please, our leaders, the politicians, the technocrats, the citizens, let us try and up our game a bit. Let's also think about getting the finest things. Good roads, 10 lanes from Nzima to Upper East. We need to have a bulletin train. What prevents us? Everything about the train. Is it metals? Is it the railways? The rails? Metal. We have the metals in the form of rocks. All that it needs is to go through a process. They are here rails. The young man needs job. Why don't we send some of our boys to abroad and study and come back? Instead of giving scholarship to people who will not come back, giving stipends to people who will not come back. Let them sign bond. If we are giving you a scholarship to go and study at Brunel University, Yale University, Cornell, or Massachusetts, you need to sign a bond. And if you don't return, your father and your mother, they get shot, firing squad. Because we are using the nation's money to teach you, to educate you. You must come back with the knowledge. You must not stay in abroad. It's the taxpayers' money. Who is willing to do that? Which leader is going to do it? Because the countries that build their countries, they build their countries with their sweat and blood. They did not look left or right. Go and read about the Japanese. Go and read about the people, how they build their cities. Go and read about China, how the Chinese people build from the ground up. They were not joking. They were not jokers calling themselves ministers of regions. No. If we give you a minister as a regional minister, you must ensure by your KPIs, you must ensure that you create companies in your region. If you cannot create the company, Mr. Man, Mrs. Woman, or whoever, get out from the kitchen. The youth needs job. They need the leader who can inspire, who can connect, who can brainstorm, who can bring on board something. It can't be done. This is not time for jokes, but because people are dying of hunger. This is not time for jokes because people are dying of bad roads. This is not time to joke. This is 69 years. 69 years with no railways. 69 years with no airlines. 69 years that people are drinking water with animals. You think it's a joke? No. The ministers, the regional ministers, what are they doing? The DCs, the MMDCs, what are they doing? What are they adding to their districts, to their municipalities? Is it about MPP and NDC? No, it's about Ghana. When Ghana prosper, MPP, NDC, CPP, everybody prospers. When Ghana prosper, our flag is hoisted all over the world. Even today, if we say there is a problem in United Arab Emirates, we don't even have planes to even go and bring our people back home. America is powerful not just by words, not just by mere America is powerful, but through hard work. We have the factories to build. We have the natural resources available. We have the men and women who are willing to work. The Ghanaian boy is not lazy. They need the direction. If a Ghanaian can go all the way to Libya and speak in a language that is even foreign to, learn that language and work, then that boy or that girl is not lazy. They need a leader to direct them. That leader that will teach them that the gold, that rock you are seeing is not just a rock. That stone is not just a stone. It is valuable. We can add value to that stone. Who is going to tell us these days? Which leader is going to be deliberate to build regions? Who among the leaders? And I think that we can only build it if we want Ghana to be built. If we want a prosperous nation, it is possible to have a prosperous nation. Prosperous nation is not just by words. It's not just by mouth. It goes beyond saying it. We must be practical. Iraq is burning. Are we thinking about feeding Iraq with the delicacy that they want? With the food that they need, that will rake in revenue for us? This is a people who like tea. This is a people who like this particular this particular food stuff. What can we do to negotiate with the Iranians? What can we do? We just sitting idle. And we are begging, Father, let the war cease so that petrol prices do not go up. Who cares? Donald Trump don't care about you. He will go to his war. You must begin to care about yourself and add value to your natural resources. That whether war happens in Iraq or whether war happens in Europe, you can still take care of your people. After all, he says the black man is capable of managing his own affairs. This is a sense of belief, a sense of accountability. And we must understand it, that ain't nobody coming to build Ghana for us. It is only Ghanaians that will build Ghana. And until we realize that the white man that our forebearers referred to them, the Akwesi Abronino, has nothing good to offer us. If we give him a chance, he will take it as a yard. If you give him an inch, he will take it as a yard. He will come and steal from you and rape your women and make you slaves of your own land. Ladies and gentlemen, enough said. God bless our homeland, Ghana. Make our nation great and strong. I believe Ghana shall be developed. I believe that we will build Ghana. And I know that there are unbelievers, just like the days of Kwame Nkrumah, unbelievers in the name of UP tradition, now NPP. But these unbelievers, whether they like it or not, believers like myself and believers like you who believers like you that are watching me, those of you who are watching me, we shall build Ghana by laying the block brick by brick, inspiring our people with the right mindset. Our nation shall be built. God bless us all, and may you have a great weekend.